I'm going to do the Windows initialization of a computer I have sitting right over here. I purchased it back, well, I'll show you the purchase record in a moment, but this is it. This computer should be Windows 11 capable, meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11. I'm intending to try to upgrade it to Windows 11 to see how that goes and make a video about it, of course, on Tuesday. Today is Saturday, October 2nd. So the Windows 11 release date to the public of Windows of October 5th is coming up on Tuesday. Over here on my computer number 2, I have the Amazon listing. I'll have a link in the description of this video. It's a Kerry Holzman link, so he gets the credit for the purchase if you click on that link and go purchase that computer or anything after clicking on that link. He gets credit for that. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I don't anticipate doing that for a while, so I will continue putting Kerry Holzman links when I'm showing something that can be purchased on Amazon. So this is a Intel Inspiron desktop 3880 10th generation Intel i3, 10,100 CPU, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabyte SSD. So it's kind of a modest computer by today's standards, but absolutely, completely more than adequate for my usual staff member in a client's office of mine. Now, this one only shows 10 left in stock right now, but I'm guessing there's probably more of them. You could just highlight this right here, Control-C for copy, and then paste that up here in the address bar if you want to see what else is available. And I actually don't know what else is available on that particular model, and these look a little bit different. Oh, wow, look at that. That one is much more expensive. So I have the computer sitting over here. Let's see how that camera shows it. Yeah, pretty good. And it's connected to my capture device. So I'm going to be able to stream it right into my streamer, and I'm actually going to be using a wireless keyboard and mouse as I'm watching my streaming computer in order to do the initial configuration. It's a little bit awkward because it's a small image over here. So I don't even have a monitor plugged into that computer. That's kind of irrelevant for your purposes. So I also may have to make an adjustment to get it to show up on screen. Power on and press the capture button, or the button for that. Yep, there it is. There's the Dell Splash logo. And I see I'm going to want to change that camera angle while that's starting up. So during this here, there may be places that you want to scrub forward rather than watching through, or you could use the shift key and the period, hold down shift and press the period key to play this video in a faster speed. So I can turn this camera on and turn this one off. That's a little bit better. You're not looking at my back. By the way, this is a good place to just scrub forward. Oh, there we go. Ready here. And so now I got my hand on the wrong mouse. That's the mouse for the streamer. So now I got to move my hand to the mouse for that computer. So United States, I'll click yes. Is this the right keyboard layout? Yes, it is. It's the keyboard for us, it says. And then I'm not going to connect to the internet because I want to do this with a local user account. So down here in the bottom left corner, I'm going to click on I don't have internet. Now it's a little bit of a mystery at this point, as far as I'm concerned, as to whether we're going to be able to do this with Windows 11. There's been a few different things said. It's my opinion that the people within Microsoft probably don't actually know the answer, because I don't think they communicate very well even within inside their organization. So now this is trying to talk me into connecting to the internet and doing a Microsoft account. So I'm going to continue with limited setup. because that's just the way I roll. But that's what you need to do in order to use a local user account, if that's what you're wanting to do. And the whole subject of which way to go on that's topic for another video. And ideally, if you want to discuss that with me, send me an email. Let's do a video together. You'll come into a Zoom session. We'll do a live stream video and discuss the subject. Clicking accept, that's primarily what I want to be doing on my channel, is helping people for free by virtue of Zoom sessions and live streaming on YouTube. So who's going to use this PC? This person's name is User. Their parents were not very creative when they chose to give that name. So then click the next button. Super memorable password. The easiest password to remember is none. So I'll click next. I don't advocate having no password, but during the configuration of a computer, I'll have no password. I'll put a password on it when it's time to give the computer to the user. And this computer is going to have a different username. Right now, this computer is not destined for any particular person. It's been sitting around here for a while. It's just been on hand in inventory as a new computer, so that if a client calls with an urgent need, I have one available and ready to go. So online speech recognition, I always answer that no. Find my device, I answer no for a PC, because you're not going to be trying to find where you left it. Inking and typing, I answer no. That would only be appropriate for a laptop and somebody who's going to be doing that type of work. Advertising ID, I typically leave that. And I don't argue against somebody who wants to turn that off. And location, I like that. I like when I go to a web browser or use an app for it to know where I'm at. It gives me more convenient information. People who are concerned about privacy would turn that off. Diagnostic data, I like to turn that off. I just want the computer, I want less traffic on my network. Diagnostic data, sending more information, is really useful and good if you're having troubles with your computer. Other than that, no, I'll just do the required. Tailored experiences, yes, I leave that for reasons mentioned before. People who are privacy concerned would turn that off. Theoretically, you're still going to get just as much stuff from them. Let's see, by whether you have that on yes or no. It's going to determine whether it's tailored for you. So then click the accept button. Answer those questions how you want. I don't care a whole lot. Do activity history. For my own computers, I answer yes to that, because sometimes it is useful for me to go back and look at my recent activity history to find something that maybe I don't remember where it was located. But for most people, I'd answer no to that. Just let the computer do less work. And then let Cortana, I always answer no for that, because I don't know anybody that actually uses Cortana voice interactions. Support and protection, I just click next without filling that out at all. I'll say that my information is correct, because I don't want to be asked again to put in information. Use my information to register McAfee, no. I remove that check mark, and I'm actually going to uninstall McAfee when it comes time to doing that for this computer. All I care about right now is to get this computer started up and get the Windows updates in place and have this computer ready to attempt to do the Windows 11 upgrade on Tuesday, if I can even get to it. It has not been clear from Microsoft whether we're going to be able to go to the media creation tool and create installation media or perform an in-place upgrade from the media creation tool. If I were forced to place a bet on it, I would say yes, but I'm not going to bet on it. That's just, who knows the mind of Microsoft. I don't think they know. I think behind closed doors, they argue a lot about what information to release to the public, or even which path to take. And by saying as little as they can, they're keeping their options open. They can change their mind on short notice without it having to be a disappointment to the public or having to explain to the public. So, yeah, there's a lot that they don't tell us. And that's just my theory as to why they don't tell us. So there's the Windows 10 desktop. Now where do I have that cable? It's supposed to be sitting in this clip right here, but I didn't put it back in. The last time that I did a computer. So there it is, over on the right hand side. Yes, I want to be able to exchange between computers. Here, setting up device, we're setting up 2.4 receiver. That would be for my wireless keyboard and mouse that I'm using, because now it can go to the internet and grab the correct driver for the wireless keyboard and mouse. Even though it's already operating, it's not quite the right driver. We'll continue to check daily for newer updates. And I haven't seen it start going yet. Now here's Dell coming up with an update. I didn't click on anything to make this come up. Dell has sensed we're connected. So now Dell is trying to do something. In the bottom right corner, there's a skip. This is Dell wanting me to register. I don't do that. You can still get whatever warranty coverage is needed without registering. Now, if you've bought the computer for your own uses and you want to have the easiest experience of being able to call Dell for support coverage if that's needed, then fine, go ahead and go through this. But I'm setting up these computers for clients, and they're not going to be calling Dell. And typically, if something goes wrong with the computer, I just go fix it. I haven't called Dell for support for any purpose for a long, long time. So there's remind me later. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'm going to remove these check marks. Let's see, I would like to register Dell rewards. No. I would like to receive offers. No. So I remove those check marks, haven't put in any information. Will it let me click all done? No, it is not. So it looks like all I can do, there's a remind me later, but I think what I like better is this X to actually close it. I'm not going to ask it to remind me later. I don't want to be reminded later. So I'm hoping this X will be the same as skip it. No updates, so I guess I am going to have to click check for updates, and typically I do actually click check for updates. I was of the impression that it started automatically checking for updates, and now I'm saying, that's not what I usually do. So I'm going to say that I misspoke when I said that. So here's going to download updates. Some of these are saying downloading, some of these are saying installing, pending install. So there's various different statuses. Eventually we're probably going to have a button down here saying that restart required. I like to let all of these items finish as far as possible until there's nothing further that needs to finish, and there's probably going to be 2 or 3 items that require a restart in order to complete the installation. Now, once the computer restarts, I'm going to go in and click that check for update button again. When it finishes installing those updates, I'm going to click check for updates again. I'm going to keep clicking check for updates until it doesn't find any. Then I know that we're done. Then I also go on to check for Dell, the Dell website for updates. Now the computer probably came with the software pre-installed for checking for Dell updates, and I will use that. So here I'm going to the apps through the start button, and that would be Dell update. So I'll go through Dell update and see what updates are available there. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video now because there's going to be kind of long stretches between different elements, but that's basically the way I do the basic Windows 10 initial setup. So I hope that's been useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.